Hello and welcome to my final journal entry. My name is Daryl Malcolm. I should hope you gathered that. Well, let's get started. So, welcome to my personal study area. It has all the amenities, nice quiet area. No one to bother me, we have, some air conditioning and things to start with here. Yeah, that's really awesome. But really the important thing is this is where I got my homework done a lot of times. Too many distractions inside. So, it's a very good place to have. I kind of live in a quiet area outside, so it's quite useful because I have less distractions. Less internet, so I can't browse as much. Very useful. Find something like that if you're easily distracted like me. It's very helpful. So, I'll give you a few tips and tricks if you're just getting started or thinking about it. First of all, there's going to be a lot of reading. I'm not kidding. There are times you're like, I don't look at another word. I don't care if it's on the screen or in a book or something like that. But it's all good information. So fortunately there's no TLDR, no too long didn't read. So, but there are things that can help you. If you have the Launchbox Mac, or really any Mac that's been made in the last, 10 years, there is a text-to-speech function in it. And you can have the computer read to you. Very helpful, especially on some of the longer things. Early in the program, all through the program. So, very useful. Keep that in mind. You'll get used to the voice. It's good. Try some of the different voices, so, while listening to, you don't fall asleep listening to Siri or something like that. You can never use Siri again or something like that. The Samantha voice is the female Siri voice. So if you want to hear that, that works fine. Another thing that'll help you, there is also a lot of writing in this course. This is my first and only video journal entry, so that was... actually, this is attempt number 2. I've already recorded this once, so... it didn't come out. You could see me and everything, but you couldn't hear me because it decided to try to record from parallels for some reason. Stupidity. So this is attempt number 2. Yes, things to remember. The voice recognition software can be quite helpful. To access that on the Mac, there's the little FN key in the bottom left-hand corner. Double tap that, and it may ask you to install stuff. Go ahead and let it do that. But it's pretty good. It works fairly well. But it's still, of course, you want to really read everything. I've been recently told that I rely too much on spell check. That could be also that, and yes, I do rely heavily on it because I can't spell. And it's kind of a heretical thing. Mom can't spell, Dad can't spell. I'm the best speller of them all, so very useful. But the voice recognition software tends to capitalize things for no reason. Those. So, very useful for that. You can work your way through stuff very quickly with that. Helps with stream of consciousness and everything like that. But let's actually move on to some of the stuff that was assigned. I know this is probably should have did that first and then talk about the stuff later, but whatever. Okay. What did I learn? So I learned a lot about Unity. I learned that I love Unity. It's a lot of fun. Before I got it into this degree, I dabbled a little bit. I start working on a game that I never finished. I kind of put it on hold. I'll probably go back to it eventually, but yeah, that'll be later. I learned I love Unity. I learned a lot about the mobile gaming industry. I can't believe how much I learned. Yeah, I had a background of regular video games, PC and console and stuff like that. And I like to mess with gadgets and stuff like that. So, I had started with the VR stuff. Of course, I still continue. I still play with that every once in a while too. But one thing that I love about Unity is that it has this great support system. You're trying to do something, someone else has already done it and written about it, which is great. What else? Oh yeah, so other things I learned a whole bunch about, of course, the mobile gaming industry and how it's affected, well, the whole entire gaming industry. For example, pretty much before Candy Crush Saga, males were number one demographic, basically. Candy Crush Saga really pushed that the other way. It was quite impressive. Learned about marketing and how to run the business a little bit on mobile gaming. All kinds of stuff. Was reminded that I need to go back and study a few things. I did learn some language stuff that I never dealt with, which was awesome. I got to mess with Cocos 2D. Very interested in that. That was cool. I still like Unity better, but whatever. It's okay. I learned a lot about the business end of in-app purchases and stuff like that, and ad revenue, and how to calculate the possible financial income of a game. But I think one of my most favorite things is that I made games. I made 3 games, and 2 of them I do quite plan on putting out. Panel de Noms, my capstone project, which is mostly done, and I had hoped to get it out by the end of the year, but it's not happening. Unfortunately, I believe less than 24. Yeah, we're less than 24 hours away from Apple basically closing down for the year and not having any new apps. So that's not gonna happen. I got too much to get done. So, what else? Yeah, so that's not happening. I've got the Panel de Noms, which is a match game. You probably read about it earlier. It's fine. I have a kind of a number guessing game that seems like a lot of fun. So I've got those 2 games that I'm going to put out fairly soon. Yeah, that's really cool. So I'm trying to think of anything else that we learned that I would like to. If you're like I said, if you're planning to come in, also make sure you brush up on your math, programming, stuff like that. Make sure you're really good to go on programming. They don't fool around. There are a few things that I'm like, wow, that's really cool, and I need to go learn more about it. Like I said, don't shortcut on reading. Read it all, because there's going to be discussions afterwards, and you're going to have to be able to respond to that. Yeah, that's very important. But yeah, hang in through the first month. It's not game related or anything. It's get you up to speed on the the master's program, so you can understand what's going on, the APA format, writing docs, stuff like that, just so you're ready for that. The book, I really don't like the book. I'm sorry. It felt like it was written for money. A lot of stories and whatever. But whatever. Just get your computer to read it to you, you'll make it through. But pretty much everything that was centered on the actual degree was fantastic. It made me quite happy to get through. I wouldn't say quite happy to get through. Let's just say if they offer a doctorate degree, yeah, I'll take it. I had that much fun in this. Kind of sad to see it over, but kind of happy I finally get some time off and be able to deal with other things in life. But had a great time. So yeah, I think I've got pretty much everything here. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you read through it, cool, thanks. I had a great time. And thank you everybody that was there. Thank you guys for being my instructors. Yeah, I know I came over and harassed you a bunch. But yeah, thank you so much. I had such a great time. I will never forget this. And, have a good night.